childhood. Lived between the rings of sand around my ankles and the desert heat in my lungs. I still believe that nothing washes worry from tired skin better than the knife in my grandma's hands. Every day, I go to school with the weight of dead neighbors on my shoulders. The first time I saw bomb smoke, it didn't whine and billow like the heat from the kitchen hearth, but it forced itself on the done-for sky, smothering the sun with tears that it stole from our bodies. The worst thing about genocide isn't the hunger, the murder, the politics, the government-paid soldiers that chase you across borders and into camps. It's the silence. For 3 months, they closed the schools down because people like us are an eyesore. So the first month, we took it. The second month, we waited. And the third month, we met underneath the date palm trees, drinking up every second our teachers gave us, turning fruit pits into fractions. And on the last day, they came with a message, put them in their place. We didn't stand a chance, because flesh was never meant to dance with silver bullets. So we prayed for the sun to come and melt daggers from our backs, lifting our voices up to God until the clouds, respect for weeping, and the sand beneath our toes echoed with the song of every soul that ever walked the floor. I hid underneath the bed that day with 4 other people. 12 years later, and I can't help but wonder where my cousins hid when the soldiers torched the houses to the bodies in the wells, so if the weapons didn't get you, the poison would. And sometimes they didn't want to use bullets because it would cost them more than we did. But what does it matter?